everyone remembers the Five Nights at Freddy era. I only played this one time. One time! That was it. As soon as I got my first jump scare, sorry, I was out. Well, director Kevin Lewis decided that he was going to try his hand at bringing back the classic with a movie called Willy's Wonderland. Okay, so the first time I saw this, like the first 3 minutes, I couldn't get past it. I'm sorry, I tried. I know everyone's been wanting me to get back to Movie Mondays, but to tell you the truth, they were getting on my nerves. Like, you don't know how much it actually affects my health to watch these. So that first 5 minutes, sorry, didn't do it for me. Then I started feeling bad because enough of you were bitching about, are the Movie Mondays coming back? Are you still doing Movie Mondays though? Then I started feeling really sad and guilty because I know a lot of you look forward to Mondays because of it. And I was like, God damn it. I'm gonna have to go back, aren't I? Despite this. Like, seriously, despite everything, it didn't start off the way I kind of expected it to. But here's a promise. I said I would do it. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
The adventure starts with the main character flying down the road in his car. Suddenly something happens and his tire gets blown out. Ugh, Chevy. Oops, his tire is flat. Just so we can be like, make this a little bit more interesting, let's do the whole page turning thing. Feels more like a story. Damn it, I forgot to do the whole finger licking thing that the teachers always used to do. Remember when they would just lick their fingers, but they do it in this nasty way that made you feel fucking uncomfortable? Foul play. I'd be very concerned if I owned one of these things and one day I wake up and I realize that one of the spikes on these things are missing. Anybody gonna find this bitch? Also, there's some serious symbolism with his punch drinks. Well, turns out in the nick of time, somebody comes along to save him now that he's stranded in the middle of 2-3. I gotta say, Nicolas Cage does his best acting when he isn't saying anything. For the entirety of this movie, he says nothing. Not one word. And it suits him. Like, this is the best acting I've seen from him ever.
Some folks consider funny just ruin a man's whole damn day. God's honest truth. Where'd you say you're from? Oh, you one of those guys don't want to look back, huh? You one that the past lives in the past, huh? Yeah, I understand. No, can't blame you. I mean, we all got so much.
I guess he's supposed to be a representative of us as the main characters that don't ever speak. Remember Grand Theft Auto 3?
Mom, I want you to destroy their laundry vans and mangle any triad gimp that gets in your way. 8-Ball can supply you with what you're gonna need.
Curly led you to. So we gotta use our heads. Or rather, one head. Your head. I'm asking you to destroy that spank factory as a personal favor to me, Salvatore Leone. If you do this for me, you will be a made man. Anything you want. Go and see 8-Ball. You'll need his expertise to blow up that.
Wise man faces it down. The Colombian cartel have ignored repeated requests to leave our interest in...
No kidding though? I used to have a serious crush on this guy. Like, damn. This is the hottest mute person I've ever seen.
Be gone!
Wait, quick! Turn the page, turn the page! This guy tows his car, but things already look shady because, as you know, there were some spikes left in the road. Who left them there? And then this tow truck just happens to come along. Anyways, we see a girl trying to set fire to a building. Willy's Wonderland, which is the name of this movie. So we all know that that's not going to happen because, plot device. No matter how big your Disney-looking eyes are, this building is still going to stand no matter what you try to do in this moment. And of course, that's exactly what happens. She gets arrested by a woman who turns out to be the sheriff, who turns out to be her mother. Just as the tow truck guy pulls up, and the sheriff's daughter and Nick Cage make eye-to-eye contact real quick. Like, real weird.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Tire's not, but he'll be fine. He got this pretty Camaro though right here. It's that SS, it's that ocean blue, nice and pretty. It's got that black rim.
handcuffs her to the radiator. At first we think the mom is doing this to protect her so she doesn't have to go to jail by burning down a whole building, but you know, you have to think, you can't keep her handcuffed forever, so how are you going to deal with this? And why does she want to burn it down? Is something wrong with this kid? My real question in this scene is, why is there a dick on their wall? No, really. What the? Okay, maybe I'm just seeing things that, like, okay, you know what? Moving on. This guy goes ahead and fixes the guy's car, or maybe breaks it and then fixes it. And meanwhile, Nick Cage sees all the missing people on the wall. Like, a lot of missing people. That's a lot of missing people for such a small, remote town in the middle of Timbuktu. Of course he doesn't speak, and then the guy tries to shake him down.
There's something wrong with that chip, I think. But I can fix it about $1,000. Oh, cash only, huh? And in advance. Yeah, I don't take no plastic credit cards. Oh, that over there. Yeah, we ain't got no internet in Hayesville.
You see, that's when I would have been like, okay, yeah, so I'm gonna wait till you guys go to sleep. I'm gonna take this bitch out of this shop and then tell the police that you tried to, like, you know, probe me and shit. With all the missing people here, I'm sure they'll understand. But the guy knows that no one's gonna be walking around with $1,000 on them. I mean, if they are, they still get paid anyway from cheating them. But if they're not, then they get to use them for another sinister reason. Because this guy is probably in on the whole thing, probably partially responsible for leaving those spikes in the road as well. Then he's like, seems you don't have any cash there, son. Well, I got a proposal for you.
You willing to work it off?
Nani? I'm gonna have to ask you to detail the meaning of that. Time to turn the page. Boom! Turns out that the job that this guy wants him to do is at Willy's Wonderland. The same building, mind you, that the girl was trying to burn earlier on when we saw her. What on earth could he have to do here? The guys are like, listen, if you do a little cleaning, clean up this entire building, and we'll get your car all ready to go and then you can leave. Also, you can stay here overnight and leave in the morning. It's not the Carlton Ritz. Wait, is that a hotel? Okay. It's not the Ritz-Carlton, but it will do. And you'll be out of here in the morning with your car all brand new. The owner of the building is like, sure, you know, you got this. Thank you so much for doing this. They shake hands. Our character is very wary of this. It's very freaking creepy when he does that. He knows something's up. Yo, what's with the staring shots in this whole thing, dude? It's like making me very uncomfortable. The owner introduces him to all the animatronics. Doesn't matter. We're not gonna need their names much longer because this guy is either gonna be dead or we're never gonna see them again. So there's that. For anyone who hasn't played Five Nights at Freddy's, this movie is going to be complete horseshit. It is a horseshit movie. It's so dumb. It's so freaking stupid. But for those of us who have played it, we're a little bit more forgiving because we understand it. Hey, Big Daddy, wanna suck on my canines? Meanwhile, the girl that's handcuffed to the radiator or whatever that thing is gets her friends to come in and help her. I don't know what's up with the girl in the leopard skin. It's like she's trying so hard to be Harley Quinn. It's kind of cringy. One thing I gotta say about this movie, and this is the most horrific part about it. It's not the fact that there are creepy animatronics everywhere. It's the satisfaction of seeing Nick Cage clean an entire building. It's like an advertisement for whatever the hell product is in those bottles. Because just seeing someone clean up a whole area, seeing something that was dirty, looking at him getting all serious and making love to it, yeah, he looks so serious. Also, I don't know what's with these soda pop things, but every time his alarm goes off, he has to drink one of these and do his routine where he takes a break. No matter what he's doing. Doesn't matter if he's fighting something. Doesn't matter if he's taking a shit. Nope. Gotta get up. Gotta drink those pops. Ugh. Yeah, baby. Let me look at you. Yeah, let me twist your tits a little bit. Let me watch them turn green, baby. Gangrene, eh? Things seem to be going well when he starts playing his game and then gets back to work until he meets his first challenger. Now, ordinarily, any of us see something like this, we're gonna be booking out of there, at least locking ourselves in a room or something, but no, not this guy. This guy is the John Wick of animatronics. a new challenger approaches, he sends them scattering like roaches. The ostrich wants to play, get ready to get beat by Nick Cage. Big Bird wants in these streets, prepare to taste Nick Cage's body juice. Skeet, skeet. All right, I know, I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna feast on your face!
So stupid, but badass at the same time. Wicked. And the entire movie basically goes like this. Him beating the shit out of the animatronics. Until there's only one last standing. One lasting. God damn it. One last stand. Ugh! Why is it some words just feel weird? Last one standing. Okay, until there's one last one standing. Like
What?
Still wanting to go through with her plan, the girl and her friends are like, yeah, let's burn this down. I don't know why she decided to do it in the middle of the daytime when she knew people were going to be patrolling and it would be easier to see. Maybe because it's safer because these things come alive at night. But why didn't you take your friends the first time around? Anyway, her friends are all ready to do this. However, she does not want to burn down the building with someone still inside, i.e. our main character. She makes the first move to crawl inside and to warn him. Meanwhile, the others keep guard and are out there to prepare to help her to get outside if she needs the help. This scene is so reminiscent of the scene from the first Jurassic Park movie. Never a dull moment in this building. Her friends end up going inside when one of them prompts the others the guy who has a crush on her, and they end up dying. One of these little bitches is even mean enough to pretend as though she's a good guy to get the human to trust her. And then she rips his neck off, cold-hearted. According to the sheriff, who's on her way to the building to save her daughter Liv, the girl who was also trying to save our main character who doesn't need saving, the machines have a life of their own because they used to be human serial killers before they became those things. When they opt themselves to avoid being brought to jail or killed off, they did a ritual to transfer their souls into the animatronics. So they basically have the backstory of the doll Chucky. You thought? Sorry, finger-licking babyface Thor. She has what I'm looking for. Turns out the town made a deal with the animatronics because the animatronics got out and started killing all their people and children and whatnot. So the sheriff, along with the other townspeople and the owner of the building, is like, if you agree to leave us alone, we'll feed you people. And then suspecting families who would get stranded on the road the same way that Nick Cage did, they do the whole song and dance just like they did with Nick Cage to trap them into going to the building, thinking that they're getting hospitality when they're actually being human sacrifices for those numbnut animatronics. Unbeknownst to the sheriff, Nick Cage was putting a stop to all of that. You know, all the cleaning that they do in this movie, it makes me so mad. When after he cleans all of that, then he has to go back over it again and clean it, and then it gets dirty again. And that's the only thing that made me stressed. It wasn't the monsters. That wasn't it at all. It was the fucking cleaning and everything getting dirty again. Because I know how it feels. I know how it feels. Look, I am not the cleanest person in the world. I think my mom gets neat freak status, but I'll let my desk clutter up for a while until it drives me nuts, and then I have to just go in a cleaning frenzy. And the time when you're living with someone else, and you clean everything, and you're the only one who cleans everything, and then just as you clean everything, the other person is like, what a wonderful place to put all my junk in, now that it's nice and tidy. And then you just find that your sanity is just ticking away. Anyway, the lady comes in and she's like, son, you're doing a bad thing. By the way, she did rescue her daughter and got her out of there, but all her friends were dead, so that was sad. But it's okay, because her daughter's fine. But Nick Cage, oh no, he's got to go. She's actually angry that he killed those things. And then she has the nerve to be like, why couldn't you just die? Really, fool? Why don't you die? So seeing him, she aims her shotgun and she's like, you better stay here and let me get Willy, who was the previous owner, who is now in the body of the weasel, who was the boss, because I'm going to make sure he eats. Little does she know, Willy does not care who he eats. As noble as you think you are, Willy will take whatever Willy can get. I don't understand how he was able to one swipe take her freaking top half off of her body, but with Nick Cage, you know, he's like barely able to even penetrate him, like the least. Didn't he already, like, get him in the chest several times? Okay, look back. The scratches were there. Okay. Luckily for our main character, he falls into a pool of balls. I know, it sounds hilarious, but that's exactly what happens. And the animatronic is too stupid to realize that, maybe he's still alive, but I guess he's not moving. Some serial killer you are. I think you lost it there a little bit, buddy. But of course, Nick Cage isn't down for long. He comes back with some freaking wooden things and all of his soda pop stuff that's not open yet in a bag and just... You know, I was expecting there to be more of like a symbolism as to why those soda pop things are so special. It's like, do they make him super powered? Or is this guy just Hulk strong that he can take on an animatronic? Some people decided to leave some information from the wikis, and these things are pretty heavy. Considering that they're freaking machines, him punching these things and being able to tackle them with ease, there's something more sinister at work here. Or maybe, it could be that he also is an animatronic. Anyway, the story ends happily ever after, except that he can't smash this girl, because, I mean, but I'm 18! Best win ever. I like how at the end of the movie, she knows he can't talk, so she, like, asks to get in his car without talking either. It's just their entire relationship is gonna be them staring at each other like freaking the main characters from Twilight. And that's how you do it, gentlemen. That's how you alpha male your shit. You go to a remote location, you beat up every animatronic there, and you don't talk, and the girl will just, you know, drop their dresses. And you have to have a nice car, because somehow that scene doesn't exactly work if he has a Honda Accord, you know? Like, I don't personally mind, I love Hondas, I don't care what they come in, what model. And I personally like older cars, because number one, they're easier to fix, and it's easier to make them sleepers. But the fact that it's like a modern day pretend illusion muscle car makes things better. Because watch this, now he gets to look cool, not just to the guys that tried to kill him, who end up dying in the end anyway, but to the random girl that we don't even know what her age is, who just hopped into his car and going to frickin' God knows where. Like, where the fuck is he taking her? Did she ever ask that question? She doesn't care. Because she's just like, he killed every single one of those things. I must breed with him! Breed!
Be gone!
You thought? Oh my. Looks like she's seriously reconsidering her decision. She's like, she's having an inner battle in herself. She's like, bitch, get out of the car. What are you doing? What is you doing? Why are you in this car with this stranger? Oh my god. Like, if you watch the entire movie, it looks like it came from out of left field. Woo! Man. Anyway, thank you guys for telling me about Willy's Wonderland. Honestly, if it weren't for you guys, I would not have watched this thing, but I already promised like several people that I would do a review on it, and I was holding off for Movie Mondays, but I guess we're back, unless there's something else more important that I have to cover. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.